everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Keepin at ADHD. I'm Scarfee,
And I'm Rahlyx.
and together we are saying hi to you from the bottom of the mental health barrel.
Like all the
And
way at the bottom.
Yeah, all the way to the bottom, and we're pretending like we're not doing another intro right now because we just started the podcast, and then Rahlyx had to adjust his Zoom. Rahlyx had to adjust his Zoom, and then I had to like remember what I was gonna say, and then we didn't talk about anything for like
It was
a few minutes.
fine.
So we just scrapped it. But anyway, yeah, welcome back. What a week, huh?
Hello. Yeah, it's been a fucking... God, it's been a week.
It has been a week, and it's Wednesday.
Yeah. I'm already just fried completely. Usually most weeks we're like, yeah, nothing's really going on, so we don't have anything to talk about. And this week, fucking right-wing militia took over the Capitol building. Today, actually.
The one in like Washington D.C.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows about it. We don't need to explain what it is.
Yeah.
If you don't know, it probably it's one Google search away, and you're gonna have like 100 articles in front of your face. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand how
short.
anybody could exist on the internet and not, or just in general, and not know what's going on, because it was plastered all over the news.
yeah,
You literally would have to be like alone in the woods to not know what the fuck is happening right now.
okay. What's enough shitting?
Oh no, I'm not shitting on anybody. I'm just saying that
I mean, we've both like.
and all I'm saying is, you know, it's a lot of shit happening, and I don't know how anybody could have missed it. There was
one of my devices just spoke to me, and I don't know which one it was.
That's what happens when you have
three.
an Apple Watch, an iPhone, a Google Home, and an Alexa all together. And it's
All
just like,
together.
oh no. Oh bless.
By the way, for anybody who's typing in the comments saying, "Oh, this it's like literally 3 out of 4 of these devices I got for free from the internet promotions." So, like, yeah, it's
all about them free smart home stuff.
Yeah,
It's the good stuff.
truly.
But
and I honestly have not regretted it. They're really useful for like quick things when you need to like make quick reminders and stuff.
yeah,
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing that we so quickly pivoted from talking about a coup d'etat in the U.S. to,
Dude.
I got a lot of smart home stuff for free.
Okay, you know what? Fair point, first of all. But second of all, just a reminder, we both just spit all over myself. We're both ADHD people, and this has been a week that just fried our brains completely. So I think we're gonna be bouncing around topics today extremely more frequently, as the title of the show suggests. I know already, but bear with us, especially today. It's been a week.
Yeah, it's just been a lot.
It's just everything is on fire. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know survived is probably the word to use for this, but I don't know how we survived 2020, honestly, considering everything that's been going on.
Yeah, I just 2021 really came out the gate swinging. They're like, all right. The thing
I
is,
don't
it's
feel
like,
anything anymore.
yeah, right. The thing is, like, I've been saying this for a long time. This was bound to happen. I'm not surprised that armed militias were like, all right, or not even, well, some of them were, but I'm not surprised that the MAGA hats are doing this, because literally they've been talking about it for months. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, and like, dude, there were some people who had like shirts on that literally, a lot of people actually were wearing these shirts. It said MAGA Civil War, January 6th, 2021. It's like, this was fucking premeditated. You guys knew you were going to come and take the fucking Capitol. And you can go in and you can see fucking footage of the DC police, the Capitol police,
Literally letting people in.
literally just, all right, we'll move the cattle guards, we're coming in. Apparently.
I mean, one counter argument to this that I've seen is that they were outnumbered.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people were saying that.
Oh,
and like in the videos where that guy is like chasing the other guy down the hall or like up the stairs, that video where the cop was like alone in the hallway,
Yeah.
that would be a smart strategy because he was alone against like literally hundreds of people coming in through one tight hallway where he could have been trampled to death.
Yeah.
So like retreating is kind of like a good idea in that situation.
Yeah.
But there was literally a video of a police officer literally pulling apart the metal gates and waving the protesters, quote unquote. The media keeps calling
we'll call them what
protesters.
they are, terrorists. Yeah.
They're terrorists. Yeah. They like letting them in, and then they started charging in which case, when all barricades are gone and the whole crowd is like literally charging at you, I think, like a one line of like 5 police officers is not going to do much.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But you know what? They knew this was coming.
Yeah.
And they did not prepare. On top of that, the Department of Defense denied the request from Nancy Pelosi to have the National Guard come and protect all the members of Congress and Senate who were under siege.
Mm-hmm.
So literally the states around D.C. had to mobilize their National Guards to come down and deal with it, which is insane to me. And also, just as a pivot, lends even more credence to the fact that D.C. should get its own statehood, because it seems like a really bad idea. Yeah, like, okay, think of this, right? Dictator in office. Dictator goes, I don't want anybody challenging my power. So dictator has control over the National Guard for the area where the, instead of, like the person in charge of the state, because DC's not a state, so it just goes to the higher branches of government.
The White House.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like, what? Why? Seems like a really bad idea.
The one thing I'll say is that this definitely has uncovered a lot of weak spots in the current system and like laid them out in the sun for everyone to see. Yeah, no, Bunny, go away. So that was one thing that, like, if anybody had any objections to this, now they can't. Like, nobody can object to the fact that the fact that Trump has all of the power to call in the National Guard, or like the state of the Department of Defense within DC has all the power, with the appointees directly from the president, has all the power over the National Guard. They're free to do whatever they want with the government.
Yeah.
And like, that's always been there, and it's always relied on trust. I don't think we're in the times right now where we can rely just on trust of people.
I don't think we're going to be for
literally
a very
impossible.
long time.
It's too, like, you literally can't know everything about a person.
Yeah.
And it's, sorry, I'm like, I just want to say, because like I posted that on Twitter and then I deleted it because it kind of looked like I was complaining, which I didn't want it to be, like, come across that way, because everybody's hurting right now. It's not just me, like, and everyone in the country and like globally too, because America is the leading, like it or not, geopolitically, America is the center of the world. So if something happens here, it ripples across the whole globe.
Yeah.
So, like, everybody is having problems right now. So I don't want to come across as somebody who's complaining in the middle of the, like, this whole situation. Like, everybody look at me and how bad it is for me. But like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah.
I deleted the original tweet because it seemed like it was that, but what it was about was, I've already lived through this once.
Right.
And I was right in the epicenter. Like, imagine how the people in DC feel when this is happening.
I've got a lot of friends.
You live literally on the battleground.
Yeah. It's terrifying. Like,
so the reason why I said that's what my tweet was about is that I lived through that because I was in the capital of Ukraine. I was in Kiev, literally 5-minute walk away from the literal square of, like, the middle of the city where everybody convenes and converges. There was the literal battle with, like, military, like, grade weapons and stuff been happening on that, like, 5-minute walk away from my house, and I had to sit and watch it on television happening right in the moment.
That's terrifying.
It is fucking terrifying, and I feel so bad for everybody who lives in DC or anywhere near like White House, because that is a nightmare to live.
Yeah.
Like, I've been through that. And the whole, like, right now, even it's trending on Twitter, like, there's Trump supporters marching on houses and, like, into the, what are they called?
Suburbs?
Local congresses, local governments buildings.
Mm.
Been literally taken over by, like, Trump supporters. It's, sorry, I'm so upset I'm getting out of breath.
You're
It's,
good. You're good.
It's that, I've seen this before. Literally the exact same thing happened in Ukraine in 2014. So that's the reason why I'm so upset by this, even though I'm not American. Like,
Totally understandable.
it affects everybody. It, like, speaks to my point again.
Yeah. That there's
just
some. I mean, it's scary shit. Like, genuinely. And when you look at some of the intentions, you go on Twitter, you can see some of the shit that people have pulled from, like, Parler and other radical right wing online sources, and, like, this has been something they've been planning for a long time. A lot of them have been saying, yeah, the only thing we can do at this stage is just start killing Democratic elected officials. Like, literally, there's a picture of one of the terrorists that I'm just gonna call them terrorists because that's what they are. Inside the Capitol building with, like, police grade zip ties, like the handcuff zip ties, and he's fucking strapped. He's got a gun on him. He's got a camera on his chest. He's ready to go. He went in there with the intent to take hostages, and then they let him walk out the front door. Like, what? It is insane to me that
the more I think about it,
yeah,
the more I'm like, how the fuck was this possible, even? Like, in any realm of possibilities.
Right? When you consider the fact that literally last summer, people were tear gassed on the lawn away from the Capitol building just so Trump could go and take a photo op in front of a church, and the tear gas didn't come out until tonight? Are you kidding me? Like, what? Insane.
And I've been like glued to the news, so I've been also watching people say that, like, the secretary officials from, like, Department of Defense say that they were informed of the possibility of this thing, and they still were they were instructed to not provide extra resources if requested.
Yeah. Because, I mean, literally, before all this went down, Trump spoke at a rally, and he said, let's go march on Washington. Let's go march on the Capitol. And fucking Rudy Giuliani got up there and said, like, let's get ready to scrap, basically. Like, and there's still people, and I've seen a lot of people going,
oh, well, actually, there's this facial recognition company, and they've reported that their facial recognition software detected that actually the majority of these people were Antifa, not Trump supporters.
hey, you can go through all the people that were prominently photographed fucking looting our country's capital, and they are all known neo-Nazis. Like,
I think,
hello?
like,
You know? Like,
yeah, I know. It's so much to process, and it's like, we could sit here and list all of these things over and over forever.
yeah.
It still doesn't change the fact that it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And it should never have happened in the first place. And like, I think it was a sobering call to, like, the whole world, honestly, about how actually corrupt governments can be, and about how far people will go to hold on to power if they could.
Absolutely.
I'll say it. I'm Russian. Russia is the prime example of that. Vladimir Putin, he said he is retiring. Who the fuck knows who he's going to appoint? And, like, if he's going to be, like, manipulating from the shadows. The fact that these people just get away with this kind of stuff, if nothing happens to Trump after this, if he's somehow gonna weasel out of this, even though I don't know how. Well, I'm not like a lawmaker or a lawyer or anything, but like I have no idea what this fucked up system honestly is capable of. Or like if it's capable of shit like today, then who the fuck knows what else it's capable of.
Yeah.
So, if Trump gets away from this somehow, it just teaches the whole world that we can just go ham and nothing is gonna come to us.
I feel like we've already kind of shown the world that. We've shown the world how easy it is to literally walk right into our Capitol building.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day.
Yeah. And that's exactly like, it's the message of that these Trump supporters, this whole time, I think that the dynamic that I've been seeing everywhere in social media, mainstream media, whatever, nobody was taking them seriously because everybody was too afraid of confrontation because of how high the temperature has gotten.
Yeah.
It was just the contest of who's gonna like make more fun of the other person.
Yeah.
But as we were busy pretending that everything they were doing was a masquerade of some sort, there were actual people in that group of people that were actually conspiring and actually doing evil things, and we completely dismissed it because we were too busy making fun of them.
Yeah.
Like, it teaches the whole world that taking these things lightly never ends well.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is like the people who were concerned about this kind of stuff and spoke up about it were just told, oh, you're being dramatic. You're being way too dramatic about this whole thing. It's not what it's not the whole
bad,
situation. Right? It can't be that bad. It's like, hello, case in point. You know, like it's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and the whole day today is the result. I've been feeling like a ball of anxiety, and so I
feel that. Yeah,
it's like as we said in the beginning of the podcast, the bottom of the mental health barrel is, and trying to reach into yourself and like into your inner pool of energy and like trying to get something to do anything seems almost impossible these days.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it. Wednesdays are the worst days. These are just facts. People talk shit about Mondays, but I've never had a good Wednesday. You know, Wednesdays suck. Wednesdays suck. I don't know, man.
No, the reason I'm laughing is because it's such a light-hearted comment amongst all of the shit that we just said.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like I have two modes. I'm really fucking angry and I'm gonna talk about it, and then I feel defeated, so I'm just gonna make a joke and try and cope how I can.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I just like, especially right now, and especially with some other things, some personal aspects to this all. I'm just like I'm done. Just fucking done with it.
And to tie it back a little into the theme of the podcast, that's actually one of the symptoms of ADHD.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that
it's just being fucking done.
We can't control. Yeah, we can't control our emotions.
Mm. Yeah, that's true.
I think I can hear myself through your headphones.
How? What?
A little bit. Just turn me down a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, what I was saying is that we actually like we share a syndrome with autism spectrum disorder. Actually, I've been researching about this. We share a couple of symptoms with the autism spectrum disorder that we can get overstimulated easily.
Oh, I believe that. I literally, if I'm stressed out, I can take like one input of noise at a time.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, it can often lead to like actual physical altercations for the person because, for example, for me, I can't be in loud environments. It just overwhelms me.
Yeah.
And then if I go to a loud environment, something like a concert or something like that, I will, without fail, within 30 minutes, get a splitting headache.
Huh.
And it's like without fail every single time. When I go to a movie theater where they play the movie too loud, when I go to a concert, when I go to like a really loud social environment in like a club or something, every time when I'm in a loud environment, I get a splitting headache and I have to go home. and
Fair
it literally feels like a migraine.
That
So,
sucks.
yeah.
That fucking sucks, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, so like speaking of overstimulation, tying it again back to this week it's just it's been a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Bless.
But yeah, and I just hope that anybody else who's out there and like also really affected by this, just say you're not alone, and all the feelings that you feel right now are valid, and it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be upset by this because it's
It's
what
angry,
we all feel
scary,
right now.
and upsetting. Like,
Yep.
like it's definitely nothing like this has happened before. I mean, I guess since 1812, when the British burnt down the capital. So
Yeah.
it's just a lot. It's kind of scary.
And it's the history is literally happening right in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those moments that is literally going to be studied in U.S. history books.
Dude, I'm so fucking tired of living
So-
in a history book.
You,
I'm so
I am
fucking tired of
That's
it.
one thing. The one thing that I've heard someone say. I don't remember who exactly it was. Maybe I came up with it. Fact check me on that. But like I think I heard it somewhere, and my brain is regurgitating that information back. I heard someone say, "I am tired of living history. Can I go back to a normal life?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like I'm tired living this historic event. Can I please just go back to my normal life? Like
Just
I
let
don't
me go
want
back
to live history
fucking
anymore.
Just sitting around browsing r/Apple going, you don't need to buy one yet. You don't need to buy one yet. Like, God.
Hi, ADHD.
Bless.
I've infected Rahlyx with an apple plague.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always kind of been there. Here, let me. Just gonna make a note. We're shifting topics a little bit here.
Yeah. Topics.
I've always Hannah and I have talked about it a few times because she uses a Pixel, and Google stopped really making a point of improving on the Pixel. Because the last phone that had a notable improvement was the 3. Everything else has just kind of been very minor incremental changes. And so she was like, if I get a new phone, I'm probably gonna get an iPhone because
yeah.
What's up?
I was just gonna say footnote that KiADHD has a really good video on this.
Oh yeah.
Saying that Google's main use for the Google Pixel phone is to sell Google services and not necessarily the flagship phone.
Well, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. So I was watching some of his videos and some of Mr. Who's the Boss.
Me too.
And it was really interesting because Mr. Who's the Boss was talking about the history of Google and Samsung.
Yeah, the war between them.
Yeah, exactly. I assume you've watched that video.
Yeah, I watched that video.
But for the
I also sent you Mr. Who's the Boss's video recently about the switching to iPhone, right?
Yeah, you sent me a lot of his stuff because he did the phone giveaway as well. Which we didn't win, and I'm sad about it.
Yeah, side note, every time I see like a giveaway stuff or anything like that, I enroll myself and then I send the link to Rahlyx immediately because I know he's also gonna want to enroll in that. And dude, I enroll because I want to win something and give it to Rahlyx.
Too nice. Oh, bless.
Well, I mean, I already have everything I need. Like, I signed up
fair.
for the giveaways for 2080 Ti. I already have one. Why would I need a second one to give it to some of my friends like you or Grayson?
Yeah, fair enough.
Or I've signed up for giveaways for an iPhone. I already have one. I'm gonna give it away to you if I win it. It's just like basically 2 entries for you. I don't know if this is illegal for legal purposes. This was a joke.
No, I don't. I think that's fine. Once you win, you can do whatever you want with it.
I mean, yeah,
but
it's my property, so I could just give it to a friend.
Exactly. Dude, you know what we missed though?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
We missed Unbox Therapy giving away 100 iPhones live. And all you had to do was tweet him, and we just completely slipped under the radar. Sorry. So pivot back. So Mr. Who's the Boss? He was talking about how back in the early days of Android, Samsung was trying to make it clear that when you bought a Samsung phone, you weren't using an Android phone, you were using a Samsung phone. So they put heavy skinning on top of all of the Android stuff. and Google got pissed because Google, right? And
they started like besides skidding, they also started pushing for Samsung software really hard and like removing Google services from the phones.
Exactly. And so so Google was like, yo, this fucking sucks, cut it out. And Samsung was like, and so
And then they sued them.
well, no, so that's when Google bought Motorola for $12 billion, right? And they were like, they literally bought it as a power move to go, look, here's the deal. Now we have the ability to make smartphones en masse that can take out your phone, so cut it out. Samsung didn't pay any attention to that either. And then they had the Note 7 explosion scandal. And that's when Google went, all right, time to release premium phones. Here are the Pixels. And now apparently Google and Samsung are in talks to come to a little handshakey agreement. No more bickering. But the funniest thing is like the fact that Google turned around right after that and sold Motorola for $2 billion. It's like, yeah, we'll take a $10 billion loss because Samsung got our point. Fucking cracks me up.
I mean, for them, it was kind of a pocket change.
Oh yeah, I mean,
at this point,
absolutely. And the thing is the stuff they got in terms of patents and stuff were probably pretty good at the time because that was still earlier smartphone days. So.
Oh yeah, and the long-term profits, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call Motorola a particularly profitable company, but. Bless. But yeah, so I've like always, it's kind of been in the back of my mind that I've been wanting an iPhone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously I keep my Note 10 around, but I don't want to go up to the Note 20 because I hate the colossal whole phone brick camera on the back. It's fucking hideous. And if the leaks for the new lines of Samsungs that are going to be announced next week are true, it's only going to get uglier. So it's
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I saw some on Twitter and I was like, God, those are some ugly phones. Like they're gonna take the corner of the phone, basically, like a third of the phone, and turn it into camera space. And it's just like, that's just ugly. Like, stop. And
they're returning to their roots in terms of ugliness.
Yeah. Well, and on top of that, it's just kind of like, it's also what the Note 20 Ultra is like fucking $1,400 to get. Like, what?
Until Samsung Galaxy S8, they were making really ugly phones.
That's very true. God.
And then the S8 was kind of okay, and then they kind of improved it until a 10, and now they're going back.
Yeah. They're like, all right, people are invested Legos again. Yeah, right. Bless. I would take a Lego phone. That'd be cool.
Before they used to make soaps, now they're making Legos.
It's just a shame, really, that they're just making whatever phones. And I mean the Note 20 versus the Note 20 Ultra. The Note 20 is just garbage. It's not worth buying. It exists solely to make the Note 20 Ultra look like a more premium phone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't think I'm into that. And I don't ever I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to use this to take notes all the time. And now I have my iPad and my Apple Pencil, and I'm like, this works so much better than the Note works. Like, it's just nicer. It's cleaner. I can draw and feel like I'm actually having like a proper impact on what I'm drawing. Like, I don't think I think I've kind of outgrown the Samsung bubble.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's the reason I switched.
Yeah. So fingers crossed that the iPhone 13 has USB-C.
I wouldn't bet on that, honestly.
Don't tell me that. I get it. They keep going like, oh yeah, well, we can't switch to USB-C because of all the waste because we've been doing Lightning for so long. And it's like, I mean, yes, but also think about all the people that already have a bunch of USB-C shit because they've been buying MacBooks and iPad Pros and iPad Airs. They have all this. Like everybody, I implore you to search in your home. If you don't have something that is USB-C, you're lying. Like, unless you're an old person, I guess, who doesn't really buy into technology. But like,
it's a really odd rant. I'm not realizing.
I mean, it is and it isn't, right? Because it is weird to be like, oh,
it's very
I want
niche.
my universal serial bus.
It's a very niche rant, is what what I was trying to say. Actually.
No, I mean, you're right. It's just one of those things where it's like, as somebody who is fully, I mean, look, USB-C, USB-C, USB-C.
Yeah.
I can't hold up my Stream Deck, but USB-C. Everything runs on USB-C. The Stream Deck XL is USB-C.
Oh.
Yeah, if you pull out the cable from the back, it's a C plug.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Why did they
Shows
make
how much
that
care
noise?
you took to set it up. You're just like, boop, boop, boop. All right, fuck it.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm sorry.
I don't even.
It's like you're afraid of me.
That's like that Vine. Remember, like he turns the camera. Like, hi. Okay.
Oh
my God.
That's just.
And that's why we do this.
Exactly.
That's why we do these podcasts. Is because our mood has just turned around like that.
It's true. I
mean,
I
yeah, the
hope people
week
made it
has
this
still
far.
been shitty, but we've just talked about some stuff, so now we feel better.
Yeah,
you know?
And sometimes
I hope you guys
have
feel
a
better
goof.
too.
Exactly.
That's why we're here. It's just like I don't want to sit and like
Piss
mull
and
through
moan.
all of my grievances all day.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be a person.
I just want to vibe. I just want to hang with my friends.
Yep.
Bless. But yeah, so I think iPhone near future for me. I was reading because the Apple events used to be earlier in the year for iPhone, right? Than last year, because last year was pushed back till like early October, right? Usually they're like July, August-y. Right?
The iPhone event?
Yeah, isn't it?
No, September.
Oh, okay. Well, 8 more months to sit through until. Although, we'll know what's
the
going
leaks
on.
are gonna come out way earlier.
Yeah.
Like the leaks about this phone were out April.
Right.
So it's just.
I'm
it's just a matter of
hearing
time.
what I've read so far is it's gonna have like the promotion on every model of the 13.
I'm crossing my fingers for that because that's a thing.
That's on the iPad Pro, right? That's on our Pro.
It is on the iPad Pro. But also one thing I will say about the iPhones in general, the iOS is very smooth that I literally do not notice.
Here's the thing.
Difference.
That's super fair. Something I've noticed using my iPad Pro and my new iPhone 6 Plus, not even a 6S.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And your mom sent you your iPhone 6 Plus for Christmas.
Dude, it still runs great. And you know what? Even let's take it a step further back to my old MacBook that Hannah uses now that I got. It's a 2012 MacBook Pro that I got off my old roommate for $40 because it wasn't working and all it needed was a heat gun to the old graphics processor and then to be held down with chopsticks until the heat cooled off and the solder reset itself. And now it works perfectly. Yeah. Oh, hold on.
A lot of technical language at me.
Well, we can roll back to that if you like.
No,
but
thank you. I got it. It's fine.
But basically, because that was still getting updates. I'm not sure. I don't think it's on Big Sur. I don't think it could go to Big Sur. I haven't checked though. But what I'm saying is, a MacBook from 2012 still ran flawlessly. Whereas if you took, I think I just threw it away. If you took my old laptop from 2014 and fired that bad boy up, that thing would run like a dinosaur, you know? Obviously, they're a little different, right? Because my laptop from 2014 was not the pro version of a laptop. But my point still stands for the most part that
It's
it slaps.
Apple's software is really well designed so that it runs on a lot of even older devices really well. So
yeah.
well, I mean that's also attributed to the fact that they only have Apple software to use that software on.
Yeah.
After Apple hardware, sorry.
Well, yeah.
Hardware.
That's the other side of it, right? Is it makes it really easy to optimize things when you have a very small or relatively small pocket of devices that you need to make sure it's optimized for, whereas Android is like everybody makes Android. Come on down. You want a piece? You want a phone? Here's boom.
You can include the exact adjustments to the specs of your software when you have full specs of your hardware right in front of you.
Exactly. And I'm sure when they're doing the dev work, they literally have profiles that they can just like swap to and go, okay, let's run this. You don't even have to probably do any extra fucking because I know I think it's in Unreal. It's either Unreal or Unity. You can literally just like swap what console you're working on the game for. And it'll.
I think that's Unreal.
Yeah, it sounds like Unreal, and it'll go like, oh, okay, well, this is what
I know that
like.
because I've worked with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've done some classes in Unreal. I used to want to do games.
As you can hear, we have a lot on our mind. The year has started. Interestingly, everybody's expectations for 2021 might be now like. Probably don't even know what to think at this point.
People really be like 2021 everything's gonna be better, and 2021 was like, hold my beer, motherfuckers. We gonna get a little crazy.
There's still a lot of room for 2021 to get a lot better. It's just that we actually kind of knew that it was gonna happen. We just didn't want to believe that changing the date is gonna change everything. It's still that time period in which all of the things are happening, and the change of the new year is not going to magically fix everything. You just need to come to terms with that.
It's going to be probably February till things start to see any kind of improvement.
Yeah, even remotely better.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get worse until then.
Yeah.
So. Because especially with what happened recently is that now all of those people are going to super spread to whoever they go back to.
Oh, I don't even want to think about how much COVID just got spread today.
Yeah, and the protests have been happening all across the fucking nation, so who knows?
Yeah, I literally I streamed a little bit today, and like I was like, look, if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it for a little bit, but I want to provide a space where people can kind of escape from what's going on right now.
Yeah. Which is good.
But if you want to have a look at my thoughts and opinions, my Twitter is very vocal.
Yeah.
But I was like,
which is a good thing. I'm proud of you because you didn't used to be like that.
Yeah, well,
on Twitter at least.
Yeah, it's true. Because I used to be chicken shit. Now I'm like, we can't
gotta grow my Twitter for influence.
Well, not even, dude. It's literally just like you have a response. Joking. No, I know. But now I'm kind of taking a pivot here, right? Because it's like you when you have any kind of platform, you're responsible for the people that you foster. Exactly. And I think you have a duty to that comes with the territory of having that platform, that you have to be outspoken on things that shouldn't even be happening. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. It makes me really sad to see like really big, really like colossal content creators not doing anything, not saying anything, but like tweeting, replying to like fucking Corinna Koff's pictures with like hearts and like, hi. It's like, okay, so you can shoot your shot on a picture, but you can't say, hey, this is fucked up. Like, come on.
Yeah, you have time, clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just
no beef to Corinna or anything. She's just the first person that popped into my head.
It's a hypothetical example. It's just the fact that not saying the things that need to be said and instead just ignoring it is never gonna work for you.
It's also just irresponsible.
Yeah, it's like you said, I feel like it's a correct pivot, especially for where you are at right now, and considering how many things are going on in our lives right now as well. Like we're together working on a bunch of different things now,
Oh my god.
and yeah, and yeah, we're excited about that.
Hold on. Yeah, keep going.
So res- responsibility and recognizing that you need to be responsible is a good thing, because a lot of, like, I don't want to sound like preachy, like oh, you behave like a piece of shit. No, I'm not, like, I'm, who am I to judge who anybody is? But like from my perspective, in my opinion, a lot of the people who are on the internet today, like, never learned responsibility before they attained the kind of following and base that they have today. So now, while they're trying to publicly learn that responsibility, they're making a shit ton of mistakes and shit ton of, like, mishandling, and some of them just plain don't care. But, like, I don't know who exactly it is, and I don't want to assume. So
yeah,
it's just unfortunate when that happens, and it's good to see that when you, as a person who is on publicly on the internet, like on Twitch stream here and wherever, when you say that you like got a sense of, like, when you have any platform that comes with responsibility, it's good to hear, because not a lot of people are like that.
Yeah, which is just sad.
And that's why I support you, because you're self-aware.
I try to be.
In a good person. You try to be a good person. Oh my god, is that the screen printing?
Emulsion, ink, tie-dye. Shirts will be here tomorrow. Screen printing kit will be here tomorrow.
Yes. It's this Saturday, right? So, like, you are seeing this episode on Friday. Unless we decide to release it today just because of the events that just happened.
We could. Well, but we don't need to rush it. We don't need to rush it out.
Yeah, we don't need to rush it, I think, but it's just like, I don't know what kind of mood everything is going to be come Friday. Yeah. We're recording this on Wednesday, by the way, right after everything happened. So if the beginning of this episode is a little tense, that's why. Yeah. But the thing is, we're going to release this on Friday. I don't know what the mood is going to be.
Yeah.
Just
know that when we created this, it was in the moment of what's happening.
So there's that. So when you see this on Friday, tomorrow for you, on Rahlyx's stream, he is going to be doing screen printing.
It'll either be Saturday or Sunday. I'll tweet about it. Because I want to do, basically what I'm going to do tomorrow night when I get everything is I'm going to start doing the emulsion setup for the print. And it takes about 24 hours for the emulsion to set properly. So that leaves Friday night. I can start testing. So I'm gonna make a shirt for me, Hannah, and Adam right off the bat to test and make sure I understand what I'm doing. And then go from there. So, and then Saturday/Sunday, depending on how well the initial test goes, will be when I do it live. But I was thinking, because, okay, here's where the logistics get funky, right? Tie-dye takes forever to do, like, to set and dry. So I'm going to have to just do the dyeing parts on stream, I guess.
Or you mean the printing?
I don't know. See, that's the thing, right? Because all the people that signed up, because me and my infinite wisdom, I didn't put what color combination they would want on their shirt. I
think you should just make a batch of certain, you should make certain color combination variations and, like, make, like, 2 of each or something.
Yeah.
Like we could, like, yellow green, pink green, blue and white, I don't know. Yeah. And
I got a lot of colors.
Make 2 of each of those and have just, like, a variation of like, each shirt has, like, 5 colors that it comes in, you know?
A lot of colors.
That could be the thing. For now, for the beginning at least.
Yeah.
Okay, what we're talking about actually is burpcup.com.
Burpcup.com.
Burpcup. I'm just having a stroke. It's not actually that difficult to say. Burpcup. Yeah, it's correct. I'm just having a stroke as per usual.
I need to make that website I need to properly.
Yeah, but
make it.
right now the burbcup.com leads to your Twitch channel, right?
Yeah.
So, or is it .co?
It's
Which one was
.com. It's burbcup.com.
Oh, Burb Cup, because we didn't do Bird Cup.
Yeah, because we couldn't get it.
Burbcup.com.
It was gonna cost
So-
fucking $1,300.
Yes. So what we're doing with that is Rahlyx is starting like a new little merch company that he's gonna do himself.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens. I guess. I'm trying to help as much as I can, but like I don't know. what
I
else
mean,
can
yeah.
do.
I mean, it's mostly just something that I have to do. You know what I mean?
Right now, I'm mostly just helping by just talking about it. I just talk everybody's ears off about it. So that's I'm either helping or not. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what kind of effect it's having.
Alas.
I'm either annoying people with it or I'm helping. I don't know.
Do you know how much of a cut Etsy takes from selling on Etsy?
How much?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I've never sold on Etsy before, and I never honestly bought on Etsy either.
I buy a lot of stuff on Etsy, surprisingly.
On accident.
On accident, yeah, right. But because I was thinking, I was like, oh, I could just have like when people go to purchase it, just like do PayPal, and then I was like, I don't know how sales tax works, and I kind of want like an online store to just do it for me.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
so
it is better to start on your own.
yeah,
Think about that.
I'm trying to see.
Don't let. Okay, I'm gonna say one thing is that I kind of took the vow of pushing. Why did I just do that? Like a little sassy motion. Yes, I took the vow. Okay, you know, step the fuck up, dude.
Step the fuck up.
What the hell, Kyle?
What
the
the
fuck?
hell?
Okay, off topic completely, but yeah, I kind of took the vow of pushing you when you're trying to backtrack on what you ventured out to do, which is all very feasible. You just have to put some work into it. And I know that you're busy, and I know that like I know your schedule. I know that you are overworked and everything, like and
I do
worries
too
and
much.
everything. But I still want you to stick to your commitments because I care about your success.
I appreciate you. I'm doing my best. It's like it's just a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, well, I'm here to tell you, don't you fucking dare quit right now.
all right, I won't do it. I won't quit. I promise. Oh
Okay.
god.
Okay, good. Point
what
made.
else? Yeah, right. Point made.
Oh my god, my teeth are so yellow today.
Listing looks best with at least two. I don't care. That's fine. Burb Cup Classic. Who made it? I did. What is it? A finished product. When did you make it? Made to order. Category: shirts.
He told me he's not gonna back down on it, and he still is doing it.
It's just the whole. Okay, I'm gonna hit save and continue. No, don't tell me to fill out the required. I don't. It's a picture of a bird with a cup on its head, but also tie dye. There you go. That's your description, Etsy thing.
That's the description of your merch.
Yeah.
That's just like the description. Burbcup.com. It's a picture of a burb with a cup on its head, but tie dye. That's your motto.
Oh, bless.
Oh Jesus! But
It's
yeah,
just a
anyway, we're doing that, and there's a lot of everything happening. So we're kind of that's exciting, and tying it all back to what we originally started with is that it's good to hear that you actually recognize that there's responsibility in all this.
Yeah,
And,
it's
you know-
so important to take proper fucking
Yeah.
responsibility about all this.
And we all learn at all times throughout our life. So
Yeah.
it's good to make correct choices to at least know that you tried.
Absolutely.
I wanted to I wanted to quote something from my favorite show, The Good Place, but I completely forgot what it was.
Oh no. Well,
One of my favorite quotes from there, though, is when Janet made Derek. Spoiler alert, by the way, for The Good
Fucking
Place.
love Derek.
Yeah, and they present both of themselves to Michael, and then Michael asks, "So, like, how do you know that he loves you or you love him? Like, you're not supposed to be able to do this." And she goes, "I know it was a love from first creation because we finished each other's Derek." And then there's iconic moment where Darcy is such a great actor, and she just, when he says Derek, she goes around and goes, it's so fucking funny.
It's gold.
One of my favorite moments in the whole show.
I love that show so much. It's just
Also, that
so
show
good.
is the reason, like, right here you can see I bought all of the books from the show that they
Oh, hell yeah.
that they go over with studies, and there's actually an order in which you can read them. So I'm gonna be going through these books on philosophy. So
Hell yeah.
I actually started reading the Republic.
Oh, Plato's The Republic?
Yeah,
That's
Plato's
a, that's a
Republic.
great book. I actually really like that.
Yeah, it's in my bedroom because I'm reading it. But
Fair enough.
yeah, so I started reading that, and it's the beginning of everything. So
Hell yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody who hasn't watched The Good Place, go watch The Good Place. It's an amazing show.
It's so good.
And it's only got 4 seasons, so
Yep.
it's not that big of a time commitment.
It's so well done.
Even though it's fantastic, and I wish there was more of it, but they
wrapped it
didn't
up
end
really well.
Yeah, they wrapped it up in a really nice bow.
A
A really nice break for all of you Game of Thrones fans. Game of Thrones.
Bless. Oh no.
Recommend one show, roast another in the same take.
Dude, sometimes it's just what you got to do, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm also going to be interested to, like, I know that we're people who create the podcast, but a podcast, but I also listen to a lot of other podcasts. I've recently been experiencing kind of like a problem sleeping, which is due to everything, all of the shit happening.
It's due to gestures, vaguely,
due
everything.
To waves arms around at everything, because it's everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also started my college quarter again yesterday. Yeah, and tomorrow I actually have to wake up at 8 a.m. So
gross.
This is good. But like, there's some structure, but like, I've been struggling with sleep, so I started listening to a lot more podcasts and like soundscapes, which actually, if there is the app like that on Android, download the app called Calm, and it has amazing soundscapes on it.
Fair enough.
I adore them because I have trouble falling asleep when there's words that I can listen to. My brain just can't shut off.
You kind of latch onto it, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been listening to soundscapes, and they're beautiful and they're amazing.
Hell yeah.
And they help me a lot.
As a quick pivot, speaking, you said you listen to podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
Shouts out to our good friend of the podcast, Kate. She
Who was a
launched
guest
her
on our podcast,
Yeah, she's the second guest on our podcast. She just launched her podcast with 2 of her friends. It's called Therapy Sold Separately, and it is very good. And I was talking to her, and she says,
I'm gonna put a card up here somewhere. Me editing this later. Put a card up here. Make a note.
Yeah, hold on, I got it. Hold on, let's go. 53.
So yeah, the promotion.
So she had her first.
Podcast.
Yeah, so episode 1 is out right now. And I was talking to her today, and she was like, episode 2 and 3 get weird. So you're in for a treat. And I'm like,
and the first episode was already fantastic. So I'm really interested to see where it goes.
So good. So
if you enjoy our chemistry, you're gonna enjoy that podcast a lot.
Absolutely. So please go check out and support our dear friend Kate.
Not sponsored, by the way, but yeah. Therapy Sold Separately. Go check them out because they we love Kate, and she's great,
wonderful,
and that's it. You don't need any other things.
That's all the information you need.
That's all information you need.
On that note, should we inspire about this bad boy?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where my brain is going anymore.
It's all good.
To finish my thought about the podcasts, though, really quickly.
Yeah.
Which I forgot that I didn't finish. Is that I've been falling asleep to podcasts a lot too sometimes because I listen to like pretty much really calm podcasts, and I figured out that I really like comedy podcasts.
I feel that.
I really enjoy them. And there's 2 podcasts that I'm currently listening to also, as well as I've already talked about This Might Get Weird podcast with Grace Helbig and Memory Heart, and Sweet Boys with Garrett Watts and Andrew Sawicki, the Shane Dawson's former cameraman.
Gotcha.
But he's actually a pretty nice guy. And I really enjoyed their podcast because it's very animated, and they actually, like, you have to watch it because they actually visually edit it. Like the whole 1 hour video, they actually go through and edit it with visual cues and aids, and it's really nice.
Couldn't be
so
us.
If you enjoy that kind of podcast, go check them out too.
Bless.
So Therapy sold separately. This Might Get Weird, and Sweet Boys.
Hell yeah. As a quick thing right before we go and do Inspirabot, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to bring it up. Apparently, Kanye West and Jeffree Star are hooking up. What? Anyway.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's something that you brought up after, before we started recording the episode. I was like, what do you want to talk about? Do we want to talk about today and everything? It was like, well, I've seen on Twitter that Jeffree Star and Kanye West are hooking up, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep. So if you missed that because of the everything, know that you have something you can go back and Google today. So, anyway.
Jeffree Star couldn't have asked for a better cover-up for his PR.
Yeah, right? Bless.
Jesus fucking Christ. Imagine Jeffree Star organized all this.
No, thank you.
Jeffree Star's behind all of it.
No, thank you.
We had enough conspiracies for a decade.
No more. Anyway, so Inspirabot.
Let's go to Inspirabot on that note.
I've already got mine queued up, and it's wonderful. It was the first poll, and I was like, oh,
nice.
It's good. It's a suspension bridge, and there's a man on a bicycle in the center of the bridge, and it's all in black and white. He's alone on this bridge, and it says, in Helvetica, my favorite font, if we surrender our right to enjoy tits, we also surrender our right to question panic attacks.
What the fuck, Inspirabot? What the actual hell?
Oh, it's so wonderful, isn't it? What a fucking weird.
I mean, I've already surrendered. I've already surrendered my right to enjoy tits by being gay.
Well, then you better not. You better not think you can question panic attacks. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I can't. I just have them. I don't question them. I just have them.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Alas.
Yeah, I'm just still trying to find one.
You're good. Sometimes they're not great.
Yeah, sometimes they're either way too dark, or they just don't make sense, or they're actually just an inspirational quote, which is just cheesy.
Yeah.
So, like that one, existence is anything but predictable. That's it. An actual inspirational quote. I don't need that right now.
Yeah, we don't need actual inspiration. We want fucking weird inspiration. While you look,
yeah.
I just want to point out that Inspirabot has been taking off on Twitter lately, and I feel like we were trailblazers. So
yes, I was really tempted to tweet out our podcast from our podcast account and say like, hey, so we've been doing this for a few months already.
Yeah, this is not a new trend to us. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ, that one was really dark. I don't want to even read that.
Dude, some of them get really fucking dark.
Yeah. I still can't find any.
Oh no.
Okay. This pertains a little bit to what happened today, and it's a hilarious thing out of the blue with no context. So there's a picture of like a very like dim sunset over the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sunset, the sun went down like a while ago, so the sky's just a little bit orange.
Yeah.
And the sand is white, and there's just one tiny person. They look literally like an ant.
Mm-hmm.
They're like walking up the sand dune alone in the whole shot. It's actually very clean. And the text on top of it says, "You probably should hide from the law."
Oh, I love that. Oh, bless. And on that note, that's our show for the day.
Yeah, you probably should hide from the law.
Probably. You know who you are.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Thank you for being with us.
Good night, or goodbye, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That's the Truman Show for you. Bye.